In this news story, we will be providing an update on the dangerous man from Clarendon who lost his life over the weekend. The police have released details of what they describe as an intelligence-driven operation in Mayday, Manchester on Sunday evening, in which one of Clarendon's most dangerous men lost his life. The person who has passed away is 26-year-old Coore, also called OJ. Of course, he was a critical lieutenant of the Effortville, Clarendon-based Lion Paw Group, a member of the Bucks Common or Buckner group as well. The police have stated that he was quite famous for his dangerous activities. And of course, he was being sought for many dangerous activities and causing harm to others as well. They also give reports that Coore was actively planning to launch some shellings in Effortville in reprisal for a recent double incident. According to the police, at approximately 6 p.m. on December 27th, members of the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Division, CTOC, went to premises in Mayday at approximately 20 kilometers south of the capital in Mandeville. The police have stated that they announced themselves and asked that the occupants get out of the building and surrender. It is further reported that Coore appeared on the veranda using 2 women as shields. The police stated that when they sought to apprehend him, he engaged a fellow officer in a tussle. According to the police, during the tussle, Coore pulled a dangerous tool from his waistband, at which point another law officer caused dangerous harm to him. A 9mm dangerous tool was reportedly seized. The police have said that Coore was taken to a nearby medical facility where he was pronounced by the medical team. According to Bailey, who is the Deputy Commissioner of Police, law enforcement authorities had been tracking Coore for several years, interrupting his dangerous activities in the process. He has also commended detectives from CTOC and the National Intelligence Bureau, as well as Clarendon and the Jamaica Defense Force, for their support in closing in on this very dangerous individual. Their excellent investigations gave us pinpoint accuracy as to the whereabouts of one of the most feared and dangerous men in Clarendon. Thankfully, he is no longer a threat to the lives and livelihoods of the people of Jamaica. According to police reports, Mr. Coore was wanted for the August 22, 2019 passing of March, otherwise called Mullins, and Sharp, also called Sean or Percy. He was also wanted for causing harm with intent in relation to a 2-year-old. He was a person of interest in at least 11 loss of lives and 4 shellings in Clarendon. He was a key member of a dangerous network operating in Clarendon, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, and St. Catherine, and he has been evading police dragnets since 2015. Second news story, Senior Superintendent of Police Lindsay of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Communications Unit is asking for more conflict resolution. Jamaica has recorded a reduction in all major issues across the island so far for 2020. But that is not enough for Senior Superintendent of Police Lindsay, whose major wish for 2021 is a more significant reduction in these dangerous matters. According to Ms. Lindsay, she would like to see a more peaceful society. Her desire is to see less dangerous activities in 2021, both at the community and individual levels. She is currently the head of the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Corporate Communications Unit. According to Ms. Lindsay, there is a need for better conflict resolution in 2021. She is advocating for the reduction of dangerous activities, and she says that whilst this is not going to be achieved through law enforcement, it is going to be achieved through a change in the behavior among our people, I think people have to find a way to deal with conflict because they are seeing too many petty things, too many simple things turn into a dangerous situation. One of the things that we could use to reduce the opportunity for them to carry out these dangerous activities is to see how many of the dangerous tools can be removed from streets, because a lot of dangerous activities involve the use of dangerous tools. She further went on to state that many of the dangerous activities committed in 2020 were linked to unresolved conflicts that took place decades ago. From the loss of life that they're currently observing now and the anniversary of the loss of lives and those generational loss of lives, when you look at it from the current perspective, some of these activities started with 2 children having a fight and parents getting involved and somebody would pass away. These are years and years of built-up conflict. Persons are taking out each other for different variations and reasons over 20 to 30 years. And when you ask them where it all started, it was as a result of a simple conflict that was never resolved. Lindsay went on to point to one of the simple disputes which turned dangerous this year. She noted that the case of a 17-year-old girl who left nursing major hurt following a clash at an illegal party off Barbican Road in St. Andrew on November 7th. It was said that she looked on them in a bad way and she was giving them attitude. And these are simple issues that result in dangerous activities. People just think that they have to take on a violent approach for every little thing. What will be required are things that impact behavior and improve conflict management among Jamaican citizens. There was a time when there was a big push towards conflict resolution. I want to see us getting back there, even as we work out our policing strategies. That's what we have to do to balance law enforcement. In our third news story, inmates at the Spanish Town facility are currently on a hunger strike. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of National Security, Senator Matthew Samuda, has said that a review is underway at the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center in Spanish Town, following reports of a hunger strike at the facility. Reports coming in are that these inmates have refused to eat and are currently on strike as a direct response to an upsurge in water harassment over the Christmas holiday period. We're reviewing what has been said in the same way we review any reports about corrections officers. We don't take anything lightly, but not every allegation reaches the desk of the minister at this stage. The minister will allow the requisite arms and bodies of correction and the security forces in general to investigate anything that is of concern. Allegations are that on December 24th, an incident occurred when the Caribbean Search Center entered the institution at approximately 5 a.m. It is said that during the search, an inmate who refused to leave his area of reside was harmed. It is further alleged that later that day, the local patrol team within the correctional facility went on a rampage throughout the institution. This series of unprecedented activities saw the patrol team led by a staff officer harassing inmates in their sleep, using broomsticks and other objects to push in the cells of these persons, waking them up and asking them to roll over so that they can see if they have any cell phones. This resulted in numerous inmates being taken out of their cells in hours of the night, and appliances were taken from them. The following night, on Christmas at 11:30 p.m., the rampage continued, this time more forcefully. An incident occurred when inmates on a section where the overseer demanded that the inmate step out of his cell for a search. When the inmate refused, the gentleman allegedly pulled a dangerous tool, demanding that the inmate step out of the cell. The tool was handed over to another officer. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of these stories.